On the day I went into labor, my sister Chloe Lewis deliberately went street racing and caused herself to miscarry, all to steal the obstetric specialist I'd reserved. I begged my mother not to take Dr. Samuel Lane away, never expecting Chloe would refuse treatment from any other physician. She ultimately bled out and died. After handling Chloe's funeral arrangements, everyone pretended things were back to normal. It wasn't until my husband Ethan Grant took full control of the Grant Group that he confessed, "I've always loved Chloe. If not for my mother protecting you, I'd have kicked you out long ago." I left penniless with massive debts, forced to return to my parents' house only to discover it had become a living hell. My mother broke my limbs and forced me to kneel in Chloe's room day and night, screaming, "This is all your fault. If you hadn't insisted on keeping Dr. Lane, Chloe would still be alive." My father smothered my daughter Sophie to death, snarling, "This bastard child doesn't deserve to live," when Chloe's baby died. After months of torture, I died in agony. They fed my ashes to stray dogs, whispering, "Rest easy now. Chloe, the murderer and her bastard are gone." When I reopened my eyes, I found myself back at Mary Private Hospital. My mother was frantic after a phone call, "Chloe's miscarrying. Dr. Lane, come quick." I clutched my contracting belly, my baby was coming. As labor dragged on, Dr. Lane suggested switching to a C-section, just as my mother was signing the consent form. My father called, "Chloe's crashing. Bring Dr. Lane immediately." Suddenly I understood I'd been reborn. Last life. I'd nearly died in childbirth without Dr. Lane. Through gritted teeth I pleaded, "Mom, I'm crowning, you can't take him." When contractions peaked, I changed tactics, "The ER has other doctors. My mother-in-law promised a villa. If I deliver safely, it'll be yours." Her eyes lit up. She signed the forms and stayed. I delivered Sophie safely. But Chloe died, refusing other doctors, cursing with her final breath, "I'll never forgive you for choosing her." This time, I intercepted, "Dr. Lane, go save Chloe. Just send another OB." Relieved, he summoned a colleague. My mother dragged him away shrieking, "Hurry. Chloe's waiting." The backup OB delivered Sophie perfectly, though oxygen deprived from prolonged labor. My baby girl survived in the NICU. As I gazed at Sophie's tiny face through the incubator, hot tears fell, not from pain, but triumph. The nightmare cycle had broken. This time, we'd both live to see tomorrow. As soon as I was wheeled out of the operating room, my father charged at my gurney. "Get up right now. We need to check on Chloe. She crashed during street racing," he barked, blocking my transport bed. "This is all your fault. If you hadn't insisted Dr. Samuel Lane perform your surgery, her baby would still be alive. Stop pretending, get up and apologize to her in the ER." His iron grip yanked me upright. Fresh from childbirth and still connected to a catheter bag, I nearly collapsed as black spots danced in my vision. A nurse steadied me. "Sir, your daughter just delivered a child. She needs rest. Not. Mind your own business." My father wheeled on the nurse. "One more word and I'll sue you for malpractice when my Chloe dies." The nurse pressed her lips together as he commandeered a wheelchair, roughly depositing me in it. In the ER, Chloe Lewis sniffled dramatically in Ethan Grant's arms while my mother cooed, "My precious. Take your medicine. Don't make yourself sicker." My blood ran cold during my labor calls. Ethan had claimed to be negotiating business deals, though I'd clearly heard revving engines. Now I understood whose race he'd really been attending. It's bitter." Chloe pushed away the herbal medicine until Ethan murmured, "Be good, sweetheart. Finish it and I'll gift you that Mercedes from our garage." She complied with theatrical grimaces. My mother spotted me. "Get your worthless self over here. Apologize now." Nearby patients turned as the ER doctor snapped, "Keep quiet or leave." Before my wheelchair fully stopped, my mother's palm cracked across my face. "Apologize. You killed her baby. How is this my fault?" I clutched my stinging cheek. "Everyone knows Dr. Lane is the best obstetrician," she shrieked. You made him waste time coordinating your C-section team instead of saving Chloe's child. My father spun my chair to face the gawking crowd. Look at this ungrateful wretch. She murdered her own sister's baby. His voice trembled with performative outrage. Today I'll serve justice. Even if she's my flesh and blood. Mutterings swelled pretty face. Black heart, how could a sister be so cruel? Camera phones flashed as Chloe tearfully declared, "Why did your baby survive when mine died?" Ethan rubbed her back comfortingly. "We'll have others. Darling." The casual we drew no reaction from our parents. My father's vice grip on my shoulders kept me mute. Pain radiating through my postpartum body. It turns out they had known all along. They just kept it from me. A few months ago, my younger sister Chloe Lewis rushed into marriage with an out-of-towner after a single blind date. Confused, I advised her to spend more time getting to know Liam Parker. But our parents dismissed me and pushed them to get legally married within a month. Though Liam seemed decent and reliable despite his modest background, I later realized the truth. Ethan Grant had already been involved with Chloe, forcing her to find an innocent man like Liam as cover. The long-distance arrangement only made their affair easier. Finally understanding, I realized Ethan only married me because his mother favored me, my birth chart was auspicious for her husband's fortune, and my cheerful appearance pleased her more than Chloe's. Clutching my bleeding surgical wound from the earlier struggle, I trembled with pale lips. "Aren't I your daughter too?" Surviving both labor and emergency C-section cost me half my life, can't you show any compassion? My weakening voice trembled with tears. I'd been hospitalized for 24 hours, how could I predict Chloe would go street racing? How is her miscarriage my fault? My father wavered. But my mother shoved my head down. "Stop pretending, this is all your fault. Apologize now." I refused stubbornly. "I've done nothing wrong. If anything, she owes me answers. Why was she with Ethan instead of supporting me during childbirth?" Chloe erupted in theatrical sobs. "She killed my baby and dares blame me? I might as well die from her cruelty." My mother yanked my hair and slapped me bloody. "Ungrateful wretch." Ethan's glacial stare cut through me. "Your malice makes you unfit to be a Grant. Hannah Lewis, I want a divorce." Silent, I glanced coldly at the wall-mounted surveillance camera. This time, I'll live for myself. Both hospitalized, I endured agonizing surgery while Chloe occupied a VIP suite. My mother-in-law, my sole protector, was overseas and unreachable. Upon discharge, Ethan's driver collected everyone, him cradling Chloe in the back seat, our parents in the middle row, and the nanny holding baby Sophie Lewis up front. "No room left, hail your own cab." Ethan sneered as rain sheeted outside. "You'd make a postpartum woman walk through this storm? Have you no humanity?" My mother shoved me aside. "You're so independent, figure it out." Their taillights vanished into the downpour. A kind security guard lent me an umbrella as I trudged through the parking garage's chill, soaked and shivering, to flag a taxi alone. After waiting just a few minutes, the downpour had already drenched me from head to toe, wiping water from my face. I couldn't tell tears from rain as fresh waves of anguish overwhelmed me. I steeled myself, I had to keep living. Couldn't collapse now. A car pulled up beside me. "Hannah? What are you doing here alone?" Aaron Grant's concerned face appeared through the window. "I just got discharged after childbirth." I shivered. "Couldn't get a cab." "Get in." He immediately turned off the AC and handed me a blanket when he saw my trembling. Tears streamed down my face as I dried my hair. "Where's Ethan? Why didn't he send a driver?" When I haltingly explained through my hands, Aaron slammed the steering wheel. "My brother is such a scumbag. Fooling around before marriage was bad enough. But this? After dropping me off." He added, "I'm picking Mom up from the airport. She'll help sort this out." I nodded, knowing even Mrs. Grant's protection couldn't override blood ties. As I watched Aaron drive away, a plan formed. Home revealed Chloe Lewis had taken over my bedroom. "She needs the master suite for recovery," Mother said, avoiding my eyes. My nursery stood empty. "Where's Sophie?" Father's absence answered. I found him in the basement holding a cloth over my baby's face. "She's your granddaughter," I screamed. Chloe blocked me. Eyes wild. "Do it, Dad. That bastard child makes me remember my dead baby." I smashed a wooden plank against father's head, snatching Sophie as he fell. Mother descended shrieking, "Ethan's done with you. Stop clinging to that brat." Chloe rubbed her elbow dramatically. No baby means clean break. When mother raised the plank, I bombarded them with whatever I could grab. They scattered as I fled upstairs. Bleeding father in pursuit. Trapped on the rooftop, I heard familiar engine growls. Aaron's car emerged through the rain like salvation. "Quick! Push them down. Mrs. Grant is coming back." My sister Chloe Lewis ordered our parents. My father gripped my neck, half of my body dangling over the railing. My mother lifted my legs, ready to heave me over. "Stop!" Aaron Grant's voice rang out from below. Seeing they'd been caught, my parents released me. Mrs. Grant ascended in her stilettos while Aaron went to park. "What's going on here?" she demanded. My father, stanching his bleeding nose, pointed at me. "Hannah's gone mad with postpartum depression. She threw things around, tried to jump with the baby. When I stopped her, she attacked me." My mother nodded mournfully. Chloe lost her own baby trying to save her. Instead of gratitude, Hannah threatened to kill her. I sat trembling on the floor clutching Sophie Lewis, barely able to breathe. "They're lying. They tried to kill us both." Mrs. Grant paled as her assistant helped me up. "Where's Ethan?" Ethan Grant had driven to the outskirts to buy Chloe's favorite roast duck. "Preposterous." Mrs. Grant snapped. "Your wife just gave birth. You should be arranging postnatal care, not chasing food." Her glare at Chloe spoke volumes. Dr. Samuel Lane arrived promptly, treating my bruises and my father's injuries. When Ethan returned, he complained, "Mother, stop indulging Hannah. Her paranoid delusions are exhausting us. I say we divorce before she ruins the Grant name." Finding my voice, I accused Ethan Grant. "You're sleeping with Chloe who carries your child, yet dare slander me. You abandoned me at the hospital and now plot our deaths." Ethan's face darkened. "Delusional lies. Chloe and I are just friends." My mother interjected, "See? She accuses every woman. Now even her sister. We must commit her and let Chloe raise Sophie." As they seized me, Mrs. Grant thundered, "Halt. This is the Grant household. Your haste reeks of guilt." Aaron reappeared with hospital surveillance footage. The video exposed my parents beating me while Chloe clung to Ethan. Disgraceful. Mrs. Grant slammed the table. "Ethan Grant. You shame our family, discarding the wife I chose for some hussy." My sister burst into tears upon hearing my mother-in-law scold her. Ethan Grant remained defiant. "Mom, what's wrong with me loving another woman? Dad used to." A sharp slap from Mrs. Grant cut him off. "Shut your mouth." Aaron Grant's phone rang. His face darkened as he answered. "Mom? It's already trending. There's no containing it." He showed his phone screen displaying the viral hashtags, #Granter cheats with sister-in-law, #Ethan Grant abuses wife, #delivery day car crash. Mrs. Grant steadied herself against the table. PR department. Issue immediate notice. Ethan Grant is removed as VP of Grant Group. All his actions are private matters. Her manicured nails tapped rapidly. Post from my personal account. We apologize for family turmoil. Protecting daughter-in-law Hannah Lewis remains our priority. Ethan turned pale. "Mom, you're choosing her over your own son? You did this to yourself." Mrs. Grant snapped. "Draft a public apology through PR. This is your last chance at redemption." My parents squirmed awkwardly while my sister Chloe Lewis stared expectantly at Ethan, who pointedly looked away. "Get out," Mrs. Grant commanded. "No Lewis trash in Grant Manor again." The housekeeper ushered them out. Mrs. Grant squeezed my shoulder. "This sacrifice protects Grant Group's stock value and our government investors' confidence." I nodded obediently. Our family's defense contracts demanded spotless public image. Good girl. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. Ethan will make amends. You'll forgive him. Won't you? I bit back bitter laughter. Forgive the man who brought his mistress to my delivery room? Who let Chloe mock me during labor? I'll cooperate publicly. I whispered hoarsely. But my heart. Mrs. Grant patted my head like training a pet. Justice will be served. True to prediction. My family returned with luggage next morning. Chloe smirked. Ethan invited us. Sister. You should leave before becoming a bigger joke. I ascended the marble staircase without turning. Enjoy the security cameras. Chloe. Every tantrum's being recorded. Bitch. Our father shouted. Ethan's filing divorce. You'll get nothing when Mrs. Grant retires. I texted Aaron the surveillance footage. Within minutes. #Grant Manor invasion started trending. The security videos of Chloe throwing china vases would surface by afternoon. Let the world watch the Lewis's greed unravel Grant Group's carefully constructed image. The Grant family's massive business empire is now largely controlled by my mother-in-law. My father-in-law ruined his health in his early years and has been in recovery ever since. The two Grant sons oversee major divisions. Ethan Grant serves as vice president of the Grant Group responsible for technology and R&D, while Aaron Grant is the other VP handling marketing and sales. Many speculate about who will take the helm when my mother-in-law retires. Though I never wanted involvement in these power struggles, matters now threaten my child and myself, forcing me into the fray. The next morning, my brother-in-law Liam Parker stormed over with journalists. Ethan Grant. Homewrecker. Moral degenerate. My parents hid my sister, blocking them from entering the living room. I called my mother-in-law. This is my fault. I tried avoiding conflict with Ethan, but he brought my sister Chloe Lewis home, flaunting their affair. I endured it. But now Liam's here with reporters. The sound of shattering glass came through the phone. That fool's destroying himself for some hussy, she raged, immediately contacting Ethan. Soon Ethan emerged from his room glaring at me. Disheveled Chloe Lewis beside him. Go back with your husband, he ordered. Chloe clutched his hand desperately. He'll kill me if I return. He knows about the affair. Ethan shook her off. Reporters are here. Leave or they'll call the police. As Chloe descended, Liam slapped her to the ground. Whore. Sleeping with your own brother-in-law. Journalists restrained him. Mr. Parker. Violence solves nothing. They returned home. But soon Chloe called Ethan weeping. He disfigured me. Ethan coldly replied. Report the domestic abuse. Before facing his mother's wrath. When my parents arrived, Chloe's face was swollen beyond recognition. My mother called Ethan urgently. Chloe miscarried. During the beating, Liam discovered her pregnancy from another man and attacked viciously. Ethan stormed out with henchmen, blinding Liam, breaking his ribs and hands, and crushing his genitals. Touch my woman again and you die. The thugs took the fall when the police came. My mother-in-law nearly had a stroke. Idiot. Getting caught on camera. I warned him Chloe was bad luck. After expensive bail and hush money to Liam, Ethan emerged unrepentant. Holding Chloe's hand, he confronted his mother. I choose Chloe. As my mother-in-law staggered, Aaron steadied her. Mother, please stay calm. Your health comes first. Hannah Lewis found true love. The more you oppose him, the more rebellious he'll get. Why damage the mother-son relationship like this? I interjected rationally. Mrs. Grant. I'm willing to divorce Ethan Grant. Forcing things never ends well. Ethan and I weren't meant to be. I'll always respect you as an amazing mother-in-law. Ethan gave me an incredulous look. Hannah Lewis. You'd better be serious. I nodded firmly. I'm not a trash can to pick up every piece of garbage. Although Ethan clearly disliked my comment, he swallowed his pride for the sake of divorce. My sister and parents couldn't hide their joy. After some thought, Mrs. Grant waved her hand dismissively. Fine. Do as you wish. From today on, Ethan Grant has no position in Grant Group. You want freedom? You've got it. Ethan happily grabbed Chloe Lewis' hand. Thanks, Mom. We'll take good care of you. He turned to me. Hannah, let's go file for divorce now. Mrs. Grant pointed at me. Wait. While you're rejecting Hannah as your wife, I'm taking her as my daughter. Starting today, Hannah Lewis is the CFO of Grant Group. This announcement shocked everyone, especially my sister, whose face darkened. Thank you, Mom. I'll prove myself worthy. I gratefully accepted, determined to fight for myself and Sophie Lewis' rights. Even after the divorce, it was Ethan who moved out. Mrs. Grant ensured fairness, since you crave independence. Don't expect any Grant family assets. Leave empty-handed and fend for yourself. We both knew she wanted to teach Ethan a lesson through hardship. With his accounts frozen, Ethan became a dependent at my parents' house. My mother lamented. We thought Chloe marrying Ethan would improve our situation. But now we're supporting them? Father sighed. Endure it. That Grant matriarch won't abandon her precious son forever. My sister and Ethan acted like they were royalty, demanding 5-star meals and high-end toiletries. Working 3 jobs. Father eventually fell during his night commute. After expensive treatments, he became permanently disabled. When Mother called, begging for money, I coldly refused. Ask Chloe, you said her life was more valuable than mine. The next day, a haggard mother showed up at my door with gifts for Sophie Lewis. Stop the act. I interrupted her. Tearfully, she confessed. Your father's illness, he keeps asking for you. Your marriage to the Grant family was supposed to be our fortune. If only Chloe could have married Aaron Grant, her voice faded away pitifully. Mom, you need to understand, I genuinely feel for you. I waved my hand dismissively. Don't give me that crocodile tears nonsense. If I killed you and then begged for forgiveness, would that work? Just leave before I call security to drag you out. My mother pulled out a pair of baby shoes. I made these for Sophie. Let her try them on to see if they fit. No thanks, I said warily. Sudden kindness always hid an agenda. Escort her out. I ignored her wailing as she was led away. Days later, while handling paperwork at the office, the nanny called in tears. Sophie's gone, someone took her. A stranger soon phoned, $100 million for your daughter's life. No police. Or we kill her immediately. Panicked, I contacted my mother-in-law and Aaron Grant. Pay them. Her safety comes first, I urged. My mother-in-law calmly coordinated the transfer but insisted on involving the police. Reviewing the abduction footage, I noticed 4 masked figures, a lookout limping like my father, a kidnapper with an eagle neck tattoo, identical to Ethan Grant's, a distraction man, and a driver. I shared my suspicions with Aaron but kept quiet around my mother-in-law. You deliver the ransom. I'll check my parents' place, I said, directing undercover cops to wait while I sneaked in. Sophie's cries confirmed my worst fears. Shut that brat up. Once the money's ours, we'll finish her, snapped Chloe Lewis. My mother fretted. What if Ethan fails? Stop jinxing us. Chloe barked. Pack up, we're leaving for the airport. But your father's too ill to travel. Mom protested weakly, glancing at the bedridden figure in the next room. Toss him in a nursing home. We don't need deadweight, Chloe ordered. Ethan Grant pulled up in my parents' car just as Chloe's phone rang. Ethan's back. Kill the kid now. I alerted the police and stormed in. Give me my daughter. Ethan smirked at my solo entrance. Bold move. Hannah. Want her? Trade your life for hers. I glared. She's your flesh and blood. Killing your own child damns you forever. Spare me the guilt. He sneered. Chloe will bear my heirs. This brat's useless. Chloe dragged Sophie out. Knife raised. Watch your daughter die, it's all your fault. I hurled my handbag at Chloe's surgically repaired face. Her nose crumpled on impact. My face. She shrieked, clutching the ruined silicone. I yanked Sophie into my arms, shielding her protectively. Ethan Grant grabbed a chair and smashed it against my back. Clutching my daughter, we collapsed to the floor. But I refused to loosen my grip on Sophie. Aaron Grant arrived wielding a baseball bat, positioning himself between us. Freeze. The police are on their way. Ethan froze, glaring at my sister Chloe. Let's go. Chloe wiped her bloody nose, her rage making her irrational. You dare hit me? I'll kill you. Aaron swung his bat. But my mother intercepted the blow meant for Chloe. Seizing the moment, I grabbed a kitchen knife and pressed it against my mother's throat. Back off. My mother stared pleadingly at Chloe, who advanced with a deranged smirk. Go ahead. Kill her. I'd thank you for it. This wretched woman cursed me with bad birth timing. If she'd planned better, I'd be Mrs. Grant now instead of being rejected over some stupid zodiac mismatch. You've always been my favorite. Mother whispered brokenly. Liar. Hannah got everything good while I got scraps. You owe me this. As mother turned to Ethan with dawning realization. Chloe screamed, Ethan. Actually my pregnancy? Before she could finish, Chloe wrestled the knife from me and stabbed our mother repeatedly. The baby isn't yours, mother gasped through bloody lips before collapsing. I shielded Sophie's eyes, retreating toward the exit. Ethan turned ashen. Is this true? Chloe stood panting, face splattered red like a butcher. She's lying. Of course it's yours. Aaron sneered. Really? The paparazzi shots of you with the Moore and Zhang heirs? The drag racing that conveniently caused your miscarriage? Ethan's expression darkened with realization. I gave you everything. Let me explain. Chloe begged as Ethan grabbed the bloodied knife. Police sirens wailed as he slashed across her face. During the trial, Ethan received life imprisonment. My father died in prison 6 months into his sentence for accessory to kidnapping. The Grant Group board appointed Aaron as CEO while promoting me to VP. You really won't remarry? Aaron asked months later, having long stopped using formal titles. Men aren't worth it, I replied, hugging Sophie closer. I have everything I need right here. All right. Staying with the Grant family means we'll still be family. Mrs. Grant said to me as always. I wasn't sure if this was due to my astrological compatibility or genuine affection. But being a grateful person, I embraced her as true family. I purchased a new home in a fresh environment, deliberately leaving the past behind. From that point on, both Hannah Lewis and I embarked on entirely new chapters in our lives. As for Sophie, let's just say she'll naturally come to understand everything when she's older.